Hi, I'm Igor Sandman. I'm a pixel artist. I make a pixel art piece every day. The topic of the day is Dante. I'm going the classic Dante, not the video game one. Yeah, I really love this statue. Look at the eyes. This guy has seen the devil, right? He kind of have, I don't know, it's a mix of fear and confidence. It's a bit weird and it's very strong. I want to try and get that look on my sprite with a low resolution. I don't know what I can come up with. And then I'm using this reference for the colors and the costume, although I will probably change it a little bit because I don't like this this big vertical shape. I will probably break it up with a belt or something. And for the pose, I will probably have him hold his book here and point a hand in front of him, something like that. So let's do this. Before I begin, I got a question on YouTube from Don. It's actually a follow-up to what I talked about yesterday. I was explaining how I resize my pixel art to post on Twitter, and Don is having trouble when he resizes his picture. It's distorted or blurry. So I will talk about that, but in a minute I will wait until I have something on screen to resize. Hopefully I don't forget. I tend to do that sometimes. If I do forget, don't hesitate to remind me. So I'll go with my typical design, and I will work on the eyes straight away because I want to get it just right. I need some white I think it's important to have the white of the eye somewhere, something around the eye like this. Something like that. And heavy brows to create this kind of shadow look. Brown, yeah, brown. Something like that. Let's give it some volume. What's that color I just picked? Maybe it was this. Yeah. I was wondering what did I just pick, but it was this one. All right. I think I got something working for the eyes already. Might have to twist it a little bit. We'll see. I keep picking the wrong colors. I don't know what's up. I also want to get this angular jaw. Like I want an angle right here. So usually I might want to create a round lighting like this. But this time I think I'm going to go with something like this. Maybe not on that side, I don't know. But on this side, yeah. Something like that. Can I get this one further to the left? Nah, like this is better. Trying to figure out where I want to keep shadow and where I can go with the light. I like how this is very chiseled. It's very strong, very geometric. But I'm not sure I can do that with the resolution and the colors that I have. So I'm already putting a lot of attention to the face, but frankly it's going to be the main focus of my picture. And maybe, yeah, the face, and probably I will work a little bit on the lowers. You see where I'm getting at? I will have lowers here. Let's work a little bit on the body. I don't know what to do with this pixel right here. Probably this. I would like to get more contrast on the eyes before I move on to the body. What can I do? I can do this. Might be better, I don't know. Because well, I don't know, I'm not sure. Because the skin color is a bit light, and compared to the white of the eye, it doesn't contrast a lot. But I'm not sure it's important, because I've got a wide pupil, which is dark. Yeah, let's keep it like this. I will work on the body. I want this color, I want to exaggerate it and have it come to the face like that. Something like that. I will need to find a way to make it stand out from this. But I'm still not sure how I want to do that. Can always keep it a bit lower like this, but I don't know, I kind of like how it's coming through the face like that. Let's keep it for now. Alright, so what kind of attitude do I want? On the torso, kind of want it maybe the chest in front, the shoulder slightly to the back. So standard pose, something that I do quite often. Something like this. Should probably bring some lighting to this because it's getting very dark. And I'm choosing, you know, usually I shade my red, this red, I usually shade it with this purple. But actually if I use this red as a shadow, it creates this kind of velvet or silk kind of color, right? Because silk and velvet and shiny metal, they tend to be very contrasty like that. I like that. I want to keep that. It's very these combinations of reds. It looks very classic, at least to me. It evokes that kind of period, you know, Renaissance. I like it. So I said I wanted to add some sort of belt or something. Maybe brown. Can keep a little bit of black. Doesn't hurt. Something like this. Is it working? Yeah, kind of like it. I'm thinking maybe the legs are too short, but then again I don't have feet yet, so one thing at a time. Looking at this, it looks like two different clothes, you know, like this is one material and this is another. I don't know if that's the case, but that's how it looks, and I like the idea. It looks a bit, I don't know. At least it will help me differentiate the things that I have. Something bugs me about the waist area. I think it's too wide. Yeah, that's better. Can even make it slightly longer, and we'll see about the feet later. And the lighting also, one thing at a time. I want to work on the arms to start and get some storytelling going on. I want to have a book right here and another end like around here somewhere. Something like that. And another hand right here. Needs to be lower. And I will make it in light color. This could work. When you hold a book, let's try with my phone. You own something, so the thumb is behind and you don't see it, so I shouldn't worry about that. On this side, this is the thumb, these are the fingers, the palm is here, but on this side, the thumb will be behind the book, because I want to have a book what color can I use? Well, let's use black just to show you. Kind of want to have a book like this. You know, with the arm coming on top. And what I will do actually is come back and do it on another layer so I can place it. Could be a good idea to do that. I will use this color for the book. Not sure about the color, but it's what I use for now. So now I can try and place it. Obviously I will have to modify it once it's placed, but it gives me an idea. I'm not very happy with it. Maybe I should try and make the book much bigger, like super big, and then have, let's see, what kind of color can I use for the pages? Maybe this. But then again, I will have the hand on top, unless I try and do something like this. See what I mean? He's holding it from below, like maybe like he's doing it there. Or maybe I need to open the book, like on the picture. Good thing is I'm on a layer, right? So I can try things. Indicating some writing. One page is wider than the other. I should probably indicate some perspective. And then place it. Don't like where the hand is right now. So it's holding it like this. Should probably add I'm not very happy with the way it's turning out. I can do better than that. Let's keep this book on the side for now, and let's try something new. What can I try? I will try and go back to what I had at some point earlier. I had something like this. I want to try that again, see what I can make of it. Some quick lighting maybe to help me understand what's going on. Maybe I can go back to the hand that I had earlier, which was something like this. Not working. What can I do? The problem is I want a big book, but if I have him hold the book with his arm on top of it, it means my arm will be disproportionate. So I cannot have him hold the book like this. I need to stylize it. Maybe I can even exaggerate the size of the book again. Like that. And then something like this. Kind of like it. Just adding random details because trying to change my perspective. If I'm stuck on something, I should try and work on something else. I know that, so that's what I'm trying to do here. should probably be around here, right? Let's get rid of that one. If I ever need to redo it again, I will do it again, so no big deal. And then what can I do with the end now? If I want to have the book like this, there's nothing much I can do, right? Except place it here with the arm wrapped around the book. But it still looks a bit weird, right? Looks weird. What if I just had an idea that might work? That's something that happens quite often when you work with stylized proportions, right? I want a big book, but in that world, the character is supposed to manipulate the big book with his tiny hands. So I need to make sure it makes sense to a certain extent. But I want to try this. You see what I'm trying to do? Trying to get trying to change the perspective and see if I can make it work like this. But then I'm losing the inside, right? It should be something like this. Oh, I know. I can push it here instead. Just have to change the perspective on both angles. What color did I use? This one? That one. I think this might work. I'm not sure, but it's possible. Yes, except this is the right position for the hand, but the book is too low, right? I can try and bring the book higher up. So let's do that. I will keep the shadow in place. This shadow, I mean. Let's try just 1 pixel. Maybe, well, I'll try 1 more pixel. And then I will try and orient it differently. I could try and orient it like this, but then I will have to modify it a lot. It's not always the best idea. I think this is getting somewhere. All right, I'll move the hand with it. When I change the orientation, I modified the hand, and I need to find What can I do? Actually, I would like to get rid of the end for now. Maybe something like that. I'm spending a lot of time on this, right? But I think it will pay in the end. This is much better. Now I've got something. So I said I wanted to change the color on this. Let's try a lighter color, like maybe even white. Well, not on the shadow, but no, it doesn't read very well. Now that I've put the book in front, I'm reconsidering the idea of having two materials. All right, let's have this hang down like that. Oh, I added a couple of new colors to my palette. I've got this purple right here that I would try, but it's not dark enough. This one might be enough. Or just black. I'm not sure it's working. It's distracting, or maybe just light like that. If I try to make it too long like this, it's a bit distracting. There's too much noise going on here. Alright, I think I spent enough time on the book. I should move on. Alright, let's work on this arm. So, he's holding his hand like this, trying to show you on the camera, like this. And, well, it's facing this way actually. So this is in the light, and that is in the shadow. Maybe I can create more detail by doing this. I don't know, I kind of like this contrast. Wait, I forgot I was on another layer. Let's merge everything. You gotta be brave sometime and merge your layers. Alright, so now I'm thinking again about using an intermediary color like this. So is this probably better, right? It's coming towards the camera now that I add the lighting. I want it to stay slightly to the same level as his face. Maybe I need to increase the length. Originally I had some lighting like this, but I don't know. I think I need something closer to this, or maybe it's just simply going too far to the right. Yeah, this is kind of working. Now something bugs me with the face. I think I should do this maybe. Yeah. And let's try and move the head around. I like to do that. Try and move the head to get the pose. Because sometimes I place it in the wrong place, wrong position. And I try to exaggerate. Like I go too far to the right, then too far to the left. And try to get a sense of where it's just right. This is where it was, I think, and I believe I should keep it right here. Not there, probably there. I want to do something for the color. Like here. I want to make sure it reads as the color that you have on this. It's not easy because a lot of details. What can I do about it? I think this is helping, but maybe it's not enough. Or one other thing that I could do is create some sort of, you see on this there's a slight border around the color. Maybe I can try and replicate that with yellow so I can see it clearly. Maybe orange on this side, I don't know. I also created a new layer, a new yellow. This one can work with my palette. The other one was too green. I don't know, not very happy with it. Maybe if I push this side of the color further to the right. I don't know, not very happy with this. I can do better. It's nice, but it's a bit confusing, right? Especially on this side. What I want to do, let's get back to what I had. What I could try and do is get a mouth. Not sure about that. Yeah, I think it helps compared to this. It defines the face a little bit more, so I don't have to worry too much about the color on that side. And then what if I bring this one further to the right? It's probably better. Except I need to worry now about the lighting. It's kinda nice. I like it. I'm trying with this black color. I'm trying to make sure everything reads. I don't think I will even indicate the feet. I will probably just leave it like that and maybe create a rim light. Or not, maybe just shade it. Yeah, it's looking nice like this. Maybe add some dark here. I want to make sure it pops, right? So I'm trying to add some shadows. I'm not just making outlines right here. I'm actually only adding them either in the parts that are under the volumes or in the shadow like this. Here it's under the volume, and on this side it's actually in the shadow. It's helping to define the shape. Shouldn't overdo it though. Need to be careful. I'm not even sure I should add some on a book. Maybe right there, but not more. And something bugs me on the chest. It looks like it's pointing to, it's oriented towards the camera, and it should be slightly to the right. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe bring the arm further to the right and then change the shadow a little bit. Let's see. Not sure. This darker light is not really helping me. Unless I place it here. Not really. Oops. All right, let's work on this as if I was making it for the first time. So first, the arm should be more like this. This is probably better already. All right, let's keep that. Let's work a little bit. What's the time? 40 minutes. All right, it's time to work on the laurels because it's probably the finishing touch. And before I do that, I want to make sure I want this. I think it's better without. Okay. All right, laurels. I'll do that on another layer. I'm just doing random strokes, thinking of, on this picture it's more spiky, and I'm thinking about that. I also remember some painting, or I don't know, engravings or something with the laurels looking more like spikes. Something like that. And I'm using, the shadow is, I'm making my shadow with a teal color, but very dark. And I will add green on top of it, I think. I will try with green and see how it goes. This one is in the background, it will stay in the shadow like that. Alright, let's see, if I add this, what does it look like? Looks nice. You see, the teal shadow is shifting the green towards the blue in the shadow, which is always a nice thing to have blues in the shadow. I'm adding some specks of highlights. It's looking good. Before I move on, I will answer Don's question about resizing. I will flatten my layer, add a shadow, place it, save it, and then let's try and first, to change the size of a canvas, wait a minute, it's not centered. It's not important, but I just noticed it. I'm always using the keyboard shortcut to change the size. It's Ctrl-Alt-I. But let me check where it is in the menu. I think it's in Image, Adjustment. No, where is it? There, Image Size, Ctrl-Alt-I. So it's in Image Size. It brings this dialog. And I mentioned that I resize my canvas to 560. That's 140 by multiplied by 4, like this. And it's important that you multiply by an integer, like make sure it's twice bigger, 3 times bigger, 4 times bigger, whatever. But not if I created something like 500 and did that, some of the pixels would be distorted. I don't see any right here, but some are right here. You see, these two aren't the same size because I didn't use an integer to resize it. So it's important. That's one thing. When you mentioned that some of your pixels were distorted, that's probably the reason. Also, I use constrained proportions. So I only have to change one value and the other will be changed accordingly. So if I multiply this by 4, this one will be multiplied by 4 by Photoshop. And finally, you mentioned the blur. That's because of this option here. I think by default it's on bicubic, one of them, or maybe bilinear. And you need to use nearest neighbor to preserve hard edges. Because if you look at, let's take bilinear, if I do this, you see what it did? That's not good. And I set mine by default. You can go to the settings and set it by default. So it's always on nearest neighbor. And I think I answered all your questions. So I would do 560. It would make it 160 high. And this is set by default. These are set by default. And I would get this that I can post online. I save it as a PNG. Don't use JPEG. And I think I answer your question. If you have more follow-up questions, don't hesitate to ask. Do I want to modify something to this, or is it a go? I don't know. Kind of like it. A lot of contrast. There's still something on the face that's not contrasty enough to my taste, but I don't know how to fix it. With this resolution, it's not easy, right? And I love to work with this resolution, but it's not easy to get the perfect contrast. Maybe I simply need to keep everything in the shadow like this. This is kind of nice, right? And a mouse, not there. Here. Actually, I like this. And can I'm losing it again if I do that, right? So it's actually nice. Except it's the contact here with the black outline. I want to get rid of that. Maybe do this. This is kind of nice. I like it. A lot of mood in this picture because I exaggerated the contrast, so it's creating a moody lighting. I like it. And I'm happy that I managed to get this intense look with a few pixels. I'm really happy about that. This is better also. Maybe I should try and exaggerate this. And now I think the arm, now that I removed a couple of pixels, I think I need to bring the shoulder further back. And I don't know how to do that. Like this. I'll do it on another layer. I'll duplicate this. So I can place as many pixels as I want. Is this what I need? Not really. It's okay. I think this is working. Probably better than one I had earlier. I might want to try and get something going on here. I don't want to bring too much attention to it, but it's a bit disappearing in the background. But I'm not sure I should do that. It's probably better like this. Just adding some small touches here and there, pushing pixels. I still want to try and get this color on the other side, and maybe now I can, since I changed the, I made it very dark. Maybe that will help me create something like this. Yeah, it's good. I like it. All right. I just noticed that the chest is a bit too tall compared to the legs. So I will do that. And maybe do this. Let's see if I can bring the end lower like that. Is this better? Not even sure. Yeah, this is better. All right. Sorry, I think I hit the desk close to the microphone. You might have heard that. Yeah, I prefer it this way. All right, I guess that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking by. If you have any question, leave a comment down below or come talk to me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever you use. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.